Hi, let's talk about AI agents, particularly in ChatGPT. AI agent or an agent mode is a feature you can turn on right here by clicking the plus and clicking agent mode. And what it does is it's more than just a chat. The AI will actually do something for you and on your behalf and interact with things out on the internet. So let me give you a quick example. Here's AI agent. You can see that it's already offering up several like find a home on realtor.com or Google Maps and hotels.com. So what you're finding is that AI agent, this agent mode, will interact with things out on the internet. So let's just give it a quick and simple prompt. I'm going to ask it to play a game for me, just so you can kind of see what's happening in the background, and I'll narrate it. So this is, can you play 2 levels of this game? And I gave it a website. Answer the questions. I'll watch and see what you do. So I press start. And see, the difference here with AI agents is that it thinks about, okay, well, what do I need to do? It's goal directed, meaning I need to do something, and you can start seeing what it's thinking about. It's opening a website. So really what it's doing is right here is a virtual computer on OpenAI's servers, and it runs I assume a Linux machine there, and it opens up a browser, and with Python or some other type of coding, it then has AI do the things. It does the clicks, it does the websites, it watches and monitors for interactions, and you can see here that it appears that there's a lag, and so it's going to wait, and it says the game is loading. It waits till it finishes. It recognizes there are buttons, so it just clicked English. It's now clicking play, and you see it's doing all of this autonomously because it's goal directed. And that goal directed means it figures out what to do. Now, anytime I could pause it, I could come up to here, and there's this little button here that I could say take over browser, or I could say stop, and then the AI would allow me to pause what it's doing. I could issue some new commands or click around on this little virtual computer and then give control back over to the AI agent. And you see right now it's doing what it's doing. It's dragging letters, it's playing the game. It's visually interpreting or seemingly visually. It could just be reading the various text. Not sure the technology behind it, but you see that it's autonomously then trying to accomplish that goal. That's what an AI agent is, and you can do this with just about anything. If you can think about it on the internet, it can do it. Now, there's some limitations. It's not as good at, it gets stopped at like paywalls or subscription services where you have to log in. Sometimes it can interact. It will pause and say, please log in for me. And then you could log in. And of course, that brings up some considerations. Do you really want it to know your passwords? So use it cautiously. If you have issues of security or privacy, you may want to double think about how you're going to use AI agents, where and when. So just think judiciously. It's reported by OpenAI that they do not record things like the login screens. And great, that's nice, but just be extra careful about what information you're giving, particularly if you have any type of laws or company policies that would prevent sharing of private information. But outside of that, you can start thinking about how can I get AI to do things for me out on the internet. Perhaps gather some data, perhaps interact. Perhaps you have a marketing form that you want to stress test, or a website that you want to stress test. And there are other tools for that too, but there are ways of using AI in more complicated ways to be able to do things automatically for you. So this is just a simple little one. I just wanted you to see that's what's going on. After it resolves a couple of them, it will then stop according to the instructions, and then it will come back and either return control over to me, or it will, see, it got one of the words already, and it will return control back to me, or it will stop and give me a report of what it did. If it's collected data, it will then present that data for me. And so that's kind of what you do. Now, the downside to AI agents is that it's slower. You can see how slow this is. You know, you could be solving this but so what? What you do is you give it your instructions, you give it a master prompt that you've tested, and then you walk away and you go do another task, and then you come back and see if your agent is done or not. So it allows you to multitask like this, particularly if you need to do something repetitive. Craft a nice master prompt that you know that works once, and then let it go for it. And then you go off and are worried and start working on other items. Have fun with AI agents.